welcome to the channel. Today, we are going to knit this super stylish top that has been popular for 2 seasons now. And for this, we will need sequin cotton yarn. The one I have here features $3 text millimeter dollar and $6 text millimeter dollar sequins, which means it's a royal sequin yarn, but you can totally use regular royal sequins as well. We'll need about 30 to 50 grams of yarn for our top. Mine is a crop top, so it took only 32 grams, plus another 4 grams for the swatch. If you want a longer top, you can safely go ahead and choose 50 grams of this sequin yarn. I'll leave the link to the yarn in the description below. There are so many gorgeous colors, and you can pick one of the colors that you like best. Whether it's something bright or a neutral beige, the choice is yours, and we are ready to start knitting. To knit, we'll need 50 grams of yarn, $3.60 text millimeter dollar sequin cotton yarn. 10 millimeters needles. You can also take 9 millimeters needles, scissors, 4 stitch markers, and a crochet hook or a needle to connect and seam the top of our cami. Before we jump straight into the knitting, please make sure to pause this video. Check if you're subscribed, because subscribing helps you not lose our channel and not miss the upcoming masterclasses that will be released here on the Prosto Prayaza channel. We've got tons of interesting, cool, and quick masterclasses coming up that even a total beginner can handle. And if you're already subscribed, don't forget to hit that like button on this video and drop us a comment letting us know if you like this kind of top as a summer accessory. Would you wear it? And what kind of outfit would you style this top with? Honestly, it looks incredibly stunning with absolutely any outfit. So let's start knitting. To start, we need to cast on 80 stitches, plus 1 extra stitch to join our work in the round. Cast on 81 stitches using a regular method and join them to knit in the round. Now, simply knit with knit stitches until your piece measures 20 to 25 centimeters in height. Try it on as you go to see if you have enough length. Once it's time to knit the top section of the cami, we'll meet back here in the video. For now, just knit the length on your own. There's nothing complicated here. Just knit in the round with knit stitches and build up the length. You can find a review of this specific yarn on our channel, and I'll add a link to the review in the description box of this video. Alright, I've knitted 20 centimeters in the round on my 80 stitches. And now we're going to shape the top section of our cami. Just like this, I divided the entire piece equally into 4 parts. And now we need to knit the top of the cami. To shape the top of the cami, we are switching from knitting in the round to working back and forth in rows. And we'll knit these 20 stitches at a time, making decreases along the way to taper our top. So we're knitting across. We've marked it with a marker, working regular knit stitches in our knit row until we have 3 stitches left before the edge. There are 3 stitches left on our needles, the last 20th stitch with the marker, and 2 more. This is why we need to make a decrease knot on the last 2 stitches, but on the penultimate ones. Insert your needle under the front loops, knit them together to decrease, tug it tight, and there we go. Our first decrease is done. Knit the very last stitch, turn our work, and now purl all the stitches. We'll make a decrease on the wrong side right before the last 2 stitches, meaningly purl the stitches together. Don't forget that when we switch to flat knitting, we have an edge stitch and the first stitch. Slip the first stitch without knitting it, then purl across as usual. We have 2 stitches left on the needle before the marker here as the marker for the last stitch, and we purl these 2 stitches together to make our decrease. Purl the last stitch and turn our work. Next, we need to keep alternating between our knit and purl rows, making a decrease at the end of every row. Keep working like this until we only have 3 or 4 stitches left on our needle. After that, I'll show you what to do next. Let's work through this step on our own, and we'll meet back when finishing up one of the top sections of our cami. Don't forget that we purl the last stitch in the knit row. We slip the first one, and the last one is always a purl. Alright, I've knitted down until I have 4 stitches left on my needles, and I worked an extra 2 rows, 1 knit, and 1 purl. And now I'm going to bind off. I'm closing them using my standard go-to method. Slip the first, knit the second, and pass the first stitch over the second one. Knit the next one again, and pass the first stitch over and off the second one. For the very last stitch, I purl it, pass the previous stitch over, cut a long tail, remove the needle, and pull the tail through this loop to secure it with a knot. Awesome! The first section of our top is done. Now, you'll repeat the exact same process for all 4 sections. It turned out super clean and simple. Since all the stitches are already on the needles, we just attach our yarn to this next section, grab our working yarn, and keep rolling. I just leave a nice long tail, slip the first stitch, knit the second one, and catch our new yarn. There we go! The yarn is attached, and we keep knitting across until we have 3 stitches left before the edge. Tug on our yarn tail from this side, and then we'll neatly secure it later with a crochet hook. So, just like that, knit across the 20 stitches to the marker, make a decrease on the penultimate stitches, alternate between knit and purl rows, and decrease at the end of every row. Work through the other 3 sections of our cami this way, finish this step on your own, and we'll meet up to seam the top. Alright, we've finished knitting and made all our decreases on each section. Right here in the front middle, a stitch accidentally dropped without me noticing it first. But you can actually do this on purpose either with the last stitch of a row or the first one by choosing not to knit it, slipping it off, and letting it run all the way down to create a distressed or ripped look. It looks really beautiful in the finished piece. If you like this style, you can make a few of these dropped, ripped stitches. Honestly, if you're interested in learning how to make distressed knits, I'll definitely do a separate masterclass on it. So let me know in the comments if you want to see how to create that ripped effect on your fabric. We'll surely make it happen. Now it's time to seam dot first. I pinned the 2 sections of the top together with markers to try it on. Overall, the 20 centimeters body length makes this a super crop top. So if you want a longer top instead of a crop top, just knit an extra 5 to 10 centimeters before dividing your fabric into 4 parts and making your decreases. The same goes for the top section. If you don't want it to look too short, you can space out your decreases by making a decrease on the knit row, purling back normally on the purl row, and then working the next knit row with no decreases. This will elongate that part. Overall, the top looks gorgeous as an extra layering piece over a t-shirt or a shirt. It looks really nice. I absolutely love this style of top. Let's go seam it up. I'm turning my piece inside out and taking off the markers. We left a long yarn tail on one side, so let's lay it out flat. We had 4 stitches left here, so we can grab our long tail with a crochet hook and work a few single crochets across. This joins our top together cleanly without needing any extra sewing. Alternatively, you can use a tapestry needle and just sew the 2 parts together. That's 2 single crochets done, and I'll do a 3rd one right here. Alright, that's our last stitch, and I'm pulling the yarn tail through the final loop. Make it nice and wide so the sequins can slide through easily. Now, we take the 2 yarn tails we have at the top and tie them together. The sequins get in the way a little bit, but we just move them aside and tie 1 or 2 secure knots, trim the excess yarn tail, and weave the ends cleanly into the seam. We've successfully joined our top, and now we do the exact same thing on the other side. Seam it up with a hook or a needle, hide the ends, and then our top just needs a wash and it'll be ready to wear.